Hey guys, I'm Trixiebella,
And I'm the Kate next door.
and together we're Trixie.
And we are back with you today with another Dead by Daylight reaction. We are reacting to one of the additional trailers that came out pretty early on in the game. So are
Awesome.
you looking forward to this, Trixie?
I sure am.
So am I. Why don't we get in it?
Awesome, let's go. Ooh,
And
cat?
here we have the survivor. Yep, that's Tap. If you want to go ahead and pause it and try to guess the killer. I'm guessing you
Cat.
may know.
Mm, cat. Who would go? And I feel bad because the screen is blank. Tap. Yes, I'm
So it's a
thinking of.
licensed killer. He's an actual character within one of the realms within a movie.
And I'm thinking that he might be a Resident Evil character.
He is not Resident Evil.
Oh, there's okay. Is he? And then the other one would be Scream.
Nope.
And then we have Freddy. I know he's not Stranger Things.
Mm-mm.
Other licensed movies are in this thing. Um,
A lot.
there's a lot more that I don't know. Um,
You don't necessarily think of this one as a licensed killer because the killer under the mask is, and I'm trying not to like give it away too much. They are a character within the movie that is not originally labeled as a killer.
hmm. Okay, now I have to go through my little brain here and try to remember killers. All right, so I don't. I'm
And we
wondering
can
if Legion is a licensed killer. I don't know if
is not.
Legion's. They're not. Okay.
Mm-mm.
Um, we know it's not Huntress because we did Huntress already. And oh, it's not Nurse.
Huntress and Nurse aren't licensed either.
Yeah, that's why I was like, we already did them. Like, I'm trying to eliminate people we've already done. Um, oh my God, who else could be? Who else is licensed? I didn't know there were more licensed. I'm kind of flabbergasted by that right now. Um,
Okay, well, why don't you play and then
I'm
I'm
shocked.
I'm gonna wait for the reaction. I'm gonna wait for the reaction.
Okay, I'm stunned right now. Um, hmm. Her?
Uh-huh.
Wait a minute. She was in a movie?
Mm-hmm.
What movie?
Saw.
Okay, now I saw the first Saw movie.
She is not brought in as a killer. In the first movie, she is a victim.
Okay, and then what? She comes back in later movies?
Yes, but since you've not seen them, I'm not going to spoil that. That's gonna have to be a movie night.
Oh no, I won't. After the first one, I don't watch any more Saw movies. I was
Oh, you don't?
no, I was traumatized enough by the first one. No wonder why I had no idea.
Oh, wait, no. My bad. She is a victim in number two, because number one, she's not in number one. She's in number two. Starts out as a victim in number two.
Oh well, that's why I had no clue.
So I'm very sad and disappointed, and I apologize to anyone else for spoilers, but in the second Saw movie, instead of just abducting two people, he abducts a group of people. And that's not the first time he's abducted like one specific person in the group. One
Uh
person
huh.
in the group has been in his games before and survived. And now she's back in them again.
Oh. You know what? I completely I I don't know how it skipped my brain because my first impression when I saw that first glimpse into the map was that, oh, that kind of looks like the game. And then I completely forgot about it when I saw Tap because I got distracted by Tap. And then I was like,
Tap is Danny Glover in the first Saw movie.
oh my God.
You
That's
never realized that he looked like Danny Glover?
never made the connection at all. Never made the connection. Oh my gosh.
Yep.
My brain is just been blown. I mean, because I've always known, at the bathroom, the dead body, that whole scene and everything. But yeah, I was like, oh, that kind of looks like the game, but it's kind of different. And then saw him, and it's like, oh, it's Tap. Never thought about the Saw movies, but I would not have known her because until I saw the traps,
Right.
because I've never watched past the first one. I was
Right.
like, I can't. Matter of fact, I think we started watching number 2. Kyria and I did, and I was just like, nope, I'm done. I'm out. No more. Okay. Wow.
Well, that is sad. I'm disappointed, but I can move on.
Okay. Wow. I'm stunned. Oh my God. David Tap, the pig in the game.
So now, Trixie, we get to go into the Spotlight trailer, and I have not actually seen the Spotlight trailer,
Oh,
so
cool.
this is going to be new to me as well.
Awesome. Well, let's take a look at it. Did that get very loud?
No?
Most of us enjoy a good game, to play with friends and have a fun time. But the stakes are never as high when you play poker or chess. In this game, you won't just lose, you'll die. Some play in their basement, others in the kitchen, but this game takes place somewhere much more disturbing. The Gideon meat plant was built for death and slaughter, but nowadays it's a facility used for horror tests that unwilling participants endure as the smell of rust, blood, and fear fills their nostrils. The Gideon meat plant is run by a mad puppeteer who seems to seek redemption for those being exposed to the insane traps found inside.
So he does acknowledge the puppeteer.
Yes.
Okay, and it's called the Gideon meat, then, not the game.
Yes.
Okay, so.
Well, I'm guessing they call the map the game, and if you go into the map in the game, in Dead by Daylight, if you go into it, it will say that you're on the game.
Mm-hmm.
So it's called the game, but the realm is Gideon Meat Plant, kind of like you've got Coldwind Farm with Rancid Abattoir and Thompson House.
Yes.
So Gideon Meat Plant is the same as Coldwind Farm. The game is equivalent to like Rancid Abattoir, and there could be another one, or it might be the other way around. Like they might call it. It depends on where it is in Dead by Daylight, like what comes first within the realm and everything. I'd have to look at those to be sure, but it could also potentially be the game because of Saw being, the whole thing. It's all the game.
Uh-huh.
So maybe it would be realm is the game, and you would have various different ones. So like they could bring in another one of the other movies that is done elsewhere, and that could be that part of the game, but it's the game because it's with Saw.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yep. Okay. I was just curious because I didn't expect them to mention him.
The pig is a protege turned master, someone who aims to set people free. At least that's what the pig believes. The pig's power is called Jigsaw's baptism. The pig can move stealthily and dash into ambush attacks and put reverse bear traps on survivors' heads. As the pig is crouching, she lacks a terror radius. Each trial starts with 4 reverse bear traps that can be placed on dying survivors. The timer of the reverse bear trap is started as a generator is completed. The reverse bear trap triggers in one of the following ways: as the timer runs out, or if a survivor goes beyond the exit gates. But the survivors can free themselves from a bear trap by searching jigsaw boxes around the map to find the correct key. The pig comes with 3 perks. They are all about pain and torture. The first one is called the Hangman's Trick. Your ingenious modifications to hooks prevents tempering and permanent damage. Hooks destroyed by sabotage or sacrifices repair after a short moment. You will gain a notification when someone starts sabotaging the hooks.
It doesn't work this way. It doesn't work this way anymore. It shows you the aura of survivors who are within a certain radius of the hooks now. I did not know, this is before my time, I did not know that originally it prevented, like, it would bring back a hook someone died on.
Oh.
That's the way it sounded there. Someone, please let me know. Someone who's been playing this longer than me, please let me know. Or if it did work that way, I was so new to the game, I didn't understand what was changing with updates and how certain things worked. It wasn't very widely used because I did come into the game just after this somewhere after this chapter released and before the next one. With that being the case, it could have potentially been an update that they did to the perk later for balancing before I joined, or maybe even shortly after I joined. And again, I was so new I didn't understand what updates were. Oh, it's got an update. Okay, fine. And I didn't read it. I didn't understand what was being said on the screens. But yeah,
It's
it
not for me.
definitely
Like, I
works
read them
different.
and I don't really necessarily know what I'm reading because I didn't really know what it was before, you know?
Right. But you're understanding more now than you did before. So if they came and said boil over is being updated so that you don't gain additional progress when the killer falls from a great height.
Yeah, then I would be like, what? Why?
Why are you taking this away from me?
Yeah. Huh, I kind of want that back.
Yeah, but if they came in and they said, hey, surveillance is going to also show you the aura of survivors working on a gen that's been surveilled, you may not exactly know it because
Mhm.
are you familiar with the perk surveillance and what it does yet?
I've heard it mentioned. I don't think I've used it or know much about it.
It is a pig perk, so I'll let him explain it here and see how different it was then to now. I don't think it's changed a whole lot other than maybe in terms of like time.
Okay.
It may be longer or shorter than what he says if he gives any definitive, but I'll let you know when we get there. That was interesting though about Hangman's Trick. So another thing, Trixie, you know how sabotaging hooks works in the game today, right?
Yes.
So you sabotage a hook and it comes back within 30 seconds or in
Mm-hmm.
30 seconds, right?
Yes.
Okay. You can put an add-on on your toolbox that'll make it last an extra 15 seconds, giving you 45 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
You've got breakdown as a Jeff perk that will
Yes.
take the hook down for 3 minutes.
Yes.
When I first started playing, oh, and when you go to sabotage a hook, it's a very short progress bar.
Uh-huh.
And if you get interrupted, you have to restart, correct?
Yes.
When I first started playing the game, the hooks didn't reset in 30 seconds. It took them 3 minutes standard base. Now, also, it didn't reset the progress if you got off of the hook. It did take a lot longer to sabotage a hook, though.
Okay.
However, you would get survivors that would come in with sabo builds, and I did this so many times, I should be ashamed of myself. You would get survivor teams that would come in and they would go to all the hooks and they would 99 every single one of them. And then the killer would pick
Oh.
someone up off the ground, go to a hook, and you'd have one survivor go up, plink, it's down. Turn around to go to another hook, plink, that one's down. Turn
Oh
around to go to another one, another
my
survivor there, plink, that one's down.
gosh. Hey. Wow. Oh my goodness. That had to be just horrible.
Survivors are assholes. I'm
The
telling you right now.
killers had to want to just lose their minds.
Why do you think slugging became a thing? Such a big thing. Like, it's in the game now, yes. But I have a feeling that's what started, like, the whole slugfest in earnest within the game.
Gosh, yeah, I can see that.
Yep.
My
The
goodness
fun
gracious.
days. The fun days when exhaustion recovered on the fly, you'd be running the killer, get your sprint burst back and zoom away again. Instant saboed hooks, brand new parts instantly finish a gen. Get 4 gens popping off in the first 10 seconds of a game starting.
Yeah. Holy cow.
So for all of the people that talk about how the game is not balanced, just imagine how unbalanced it was back then.
Right? Oh, that's terrifying to be a killer and have to deal with something like that. That would be really
Okay.
bad. Okay. Wow.
Second perk is called Surveillance. Unlocks potential in one's aura reading ability. Last regressing generators' auras are revealed to you. The final perk is called Make Your Choice. When a survivor rescues someone from a hook at least 24 meters away from the killer, Make Your Choice triggers and puts the rescuer in the exposed state.
Surveillance was a little different.
Okay.
I'm not sure what it did. Sorry, continue, Trixie.
Okay, so to make your choice, it said they rescue them and then it puts the rescuer in the exposed status. Is that what it
Yes,
said?
and that's how it works today as well. They may have changed the time that you're exposed. Do you understand what it means though, right?
It means basically they know where you are.
No. It
Oh, I thought
means
it
that
made
they can insta down you.
insta down you.
It makes you downable on any hit.
No, I always thought exposed meant that they knew where you were so they could come after you and get,
Mm-mm. No,
It's like when
exposed is the
Ghostface
same
marked
thing.
you and stuff, like you were exposed.
Yes, but that's because you have so exposed is you go down even if you're fully healthy. So fully
Okay,
healed, you
see,
go
there's
down.
stuff you learn all the time that you thought you knew, but you didn't know.
Yup. Yep. Some things are not always easy to elaborate on, or not elaborate. They're not easy to understand from the words. You have to actually think about it. Once you understand it, though, you're like, oh, yeah, that makes perfect sense. Why did I think of it this way? Anyway, but yeah, exposed is the same thing when Noed procs.
Uh huh.
Michael Myers when he goes to tier 3. Make your choice, obviously. Dragon's Grip. Several perks use it, but yeah, it just means that you are one hit down. And
Mhm.
with Ghostface, and this is probably why you got it confused, with Ghostface specifically, most of the time when you become exposed, he is also being revealed. And when he is revealed, he can see your location.
Okay.
So there might have been some confusion where that was when that was explained regarding that. You get the big red circle around you, the timer that goes down. Obviously, he can see you because he did expose you,
Yeah.
but like that expose doesn't, without add-ons, mean that he sees exactly where you're at after he loses line of sight. Now, if you reveal him and then lose line of sight, he's going to see you for a few seconds. Like Legion, have you played Legion yet?
Not yet. No.
Okay, you should probably play Legion fairly quickly just to understand, how that reveal works or that view of a survivor works, because you've got the terror radius of a killer.
Mhm.
When Legion hits someone and goes into feral frenzy, when Ghostface is revealed, and I think there's another time, what happens is on the killer side is they hear a heartbeat, but they hear the heartbeat from the survivor, and they see a bright red ball glowing on that survivor in time with the heartbeat until they lose the ability to see it. With Legion, when he hits someone in frenzy, he'll see all of their survivors in his terror radius until he goes out of that frenzy. So he will constantly be getting that red heartbeat on a survivor as they're moving around until he goes out of that
Oh.
frenzy.
Okay.
And with Ghostface, it's the same. If you reveal him for however many seconds, it is not as long as Legion at all. It's only for like 5 seconds, maybe 3-5 seconds. You
Yeah.
can see that.
Yeah, because I've heard that with him.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, it doesn't last super long.
Yeah, and you hear it, so you hear the heartbeat, but you don't see the visible indication that he get. It's almost like a spider web. It's really pretty. It's a really pretty effect. You just don't generally get to stand there and look at it because you're trying to go catch
Kill
them.
people.
Kill people. Surveillance works a little differently now. Surveillance has so the survivor will kick a generator and it will turn, I believe, white to show that it is regressing. When another survivor gets on it, that color changes to yellow, so you can see when it started working. I think before it was just red or white. Now if it goes from white to red, one of two things have happened. Either it turned yellow and you didn't see it because that yellow indicator is only there for a short period. Either it turned yellow, you didn't see it, and now it's red, or the generator has fully regressed and is red again at 0%.
Okay.
Still very similar.
Constantly in search of new subjects, people to test and torture. But some
Oh,
won't
that's
give in.
gross.
Some will fight back.
That's in the map.
David Tapp is one of the good guys, a detective that sought justice and someone who has
Danny Glover.
stumbled
It
upon
looks
more or
grosser
less
down there.
everything that the human mind can handle.
Huh?
Until he met
Grosser in
Jigsaw,
this.
the pig, and their
Yeah,
traps.
these are the old
He now
visuals.
spends every
They've been
waking
updated
hour trying to put
a
a stop
lot.
Oh,
to
that's
this
her bed.
inhumanity. David
I don't
comes
know.
with 3 perks.
I've always
The
wondered
first one is
why there
called
was that bed in there. It
tenacity.
must be her bed.
There's nothing stopping you. Your ferocious tenacity
There's
in
one
the
of your
entire
perks.
situation
I love
allows
it.
you to crawl faster and recover at the same time. The second perk is called Detective's Hunch.
I've used that
When
a couple
completing a
times.
generator, auras of generators, chests, and totems within range are revealed to you for 3 seconds. The final perk is
There's
called
not really a
Stakeout.
range anymore.
Getting close to the killer fills you with determination. When standing within the killer terror radius for some time and not in a chase, you gain a token, up to a maximum. When Stakeout has at least one
Love how she's
token,
just
good
standing
skill
there doing
checks are
absolutely
considered
nothing.
great skill checks
watching the
and
TV.
consume a token.
You watching television?
Are you willing to do whatever it takes to survive? Will you play the pig's sick and twisted game? The game is about to begin. The Saw chapter will be released on January 23rd.
See, now there it says Gideon Meat Planet. Well, those were really cool. I had no idea that she was from the Saw movies. You know what to do, don't ya? Gotta hit that like, and then comment, and then subscribe.
And don't forget to also follow us over on Twitch, Trixiebella15, TheKateNextDoor. Do that to our YouTube channels as well, like, follow, subscribe, stuffs. And don't forget TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram. We're over there too.
You got it, Kate. Well, we hope you enjoyed the video, and keep your eyes out for the next one. And we will see you soon.
Bye!